Yeah. Hey ladies, it's Suzanne. Thank you so much for being here on our Comfortable and Confident Inside and Out show. Have you ever wished that you were more comfortable with regards to love and intimacy? Or do you even struggle with love and intimacy? Well, if so, then today's show is exactly for you. In this show, we've got Rhian Kivits, who's from the UK, who is a love and intimacy expert, and she's come on to join and share her top tips and strategies to help you feel really comfortable when it comes to just that, love and intimacy. And so if you're new to the show and you've never been here before, I'm Suzanne. I'm your host. I'm the founder of the Empowered Tapping Revolution and my own business called Transformed Connections. I specifically help women to relieve anxiety, quit overthinking, and build confidence. I have a program called 6 Weeks to Relieve Anxiety and Quit Overthinking, as well as I work online with women one-on-one mentoring. And I have a lot more other smaller programs that are available on my website at Transformed Connections. So I wanted to introduce you to Rhian. Rhian and I met probably a couple of months ago on another Facebook group, and we immediately just had a nice little energy connection. So we got on a video chat and we started to chat for a little while, and it was just an effortless connection. So I said, Rhian, you'd be perfect to kind of be introduced to my community and bring all your wisdom. So I'm so excited to have her join us today. So thank you, Rhian, for being here. Please tell us, who you are and what you do and what you're passionate about.
Yay, thank you for the introduction, Suzanne. So I'm Rhian, and yes, I'm from Cornwall in the UK, and I'm a holistic love and intimacy mentor. So I provide women with tools of healing and awakening and connection so that they can really enjoy their awakened journey of relationship.
Beautiful. I love it. Thank you so much. So our topic always in conversation on this show is, how do we learn how to feel comfortable and confident inside and out? So much of life is so overwhelming and overstimulating to us that we end up reacting to life and not really having a choice in how we want to respond. So the tool that I love to teach everyone here is energy tapping, which is a great technique to help us kind of calm the mind body. But please share with us, how you share that as a strategy with your own clients and in your own life in terms of how to make love and intimacy something that's more approachable in a safer way, in a more compassionate way that makes us feel comfortable.
So I'm a real fan of the embodied approach to love and intimacy. I'm a qualified sex and relationship therapist, so I strongly believe in doing the inner work and coming to a place of understanding why it is we're behaving the way that we behave, and what the influences have been on our lives that have brought us to where we are today. But I'm also a believer in the fact that although we can have understanding, we need to be able to do something with that. And so this is where my journey evolved from talking therapy and, feeling into the emotions and the experiences that we've had, to the embodied approach, which is actually, physically experiencing safety, connection with ourselves through that journey of self-love, that journey of awareness, and becoming much more comfortable with our physicality. So my tools, my approach is really a combination of the two.
Yeah, no, I love that. I think that there's people that fit into both categories very well, and some even, one or the other more dominantly. I know I grew up feeling so uncomfortable in my own body. That was such my own limitation, because my self-expression, I feel like I'm very comfortable in expressing myself, but my body always just I was insecure. I wasn't sure how to be comfortable out in the world. So it was more difficult for me to be in relationship because I always had that initial, that immediate insecurity in that space for myself.
Yeah, I can understand that. And, I very much had a similar experience. I think particularly as women, we struggle with the expectations we place upon ourselves. You know, we have the social conditioning, we have the peer pressure, we have the media. So there are lots
So true. Yeah.
lots of influences on women and young girls that make us feel as though, you know, we're not good enough, and our bodies are something that we're not free with, and we're not proud of. So but for me, that journey of embodiment, that journey of really embracing myself, was absolutely key in getting to a place where I was comfortable with love and comfortable with intimacy. And you know, the funny thing is that there used to be a time when, even when I was on my own, I wasn't particularly comfortable with my body. And so this is where I recommend that we start with ourselves. And if we can create that safety within ourselves, it's much more likely that we can, you know, start expanding that out into the relationships that we have with other people. And so, you know, body love, loving, accepting and embracing the bodies that we have. They are unique, they are individual, they don't conform necessarily to, you know, any standard, but they are our bodies, right?
Yeah, and ladies, if you're listening and this is something that you totally agree with and resonate, give us a thumbs up, give us a like, you know, give us a little heart shape right now on our video, or even comment and say, yes, me too. I know exactly what you're talking about. If you've had body issues when it comes to your struggle and approaching comfortable, you know, being comfortable in love and intimacy, we want to know that, you know, you're here with us too.
Yeah, you know, embracing your body is something that can actually be a very, very simple daily practice. Just by taking,
please tell us.
take a breath and slow down. And in the morning, instead of just being kind of, you know, functional and disconnected when you have your morning shower, get shower and be awake and mindful and aware, and actually wash your body lovingly and notice what it feels like. In fact, notice how beautiful it is, and start to appreciate your own body, the softness of your skin.
I love that. I love that.
The unique shape of your legs and your belly, and you know, actually lovingly wash your body rather than just be, you know, 5 minutes in the shower and out again. Extend that time, make it 10 minutes, and see how it feels to spend 5 minutes in self-appreciation.
Yeah, I never thought about that. I'm usually like, you know, home, shower, do this, and just on to the next thing. But that's such a great, easy way to just start having that more body awareness and comfortability, just by admiring yourself.
Admiring yourself. You know, the other thing that a lot of my clients tell me they struggle with is looking in the mirror. And I find that really, really sad, because if you can't look at yourself in the mirror and love what you see, then, you know, when you're with somebody else, you're going to be very, very conscious about what it is that they're looking at, and you're going to be projecting your own judgment of yourself.
Sure.
Right? So when you come out of that shower, dry yourself in front of the mirror, put your towel around yourself and lovingly and slowly dry yourself. And instead of allowing the monkey mind to take over and start criticizing yourself, criticizing maybe your size or your shape or something,
Right.
find something you do like. Even if it's something small, it's okay to start small, right? Start maybe you really like your eyes. Maybe you think your eyes are really beautiful eyes. Start by focusing on your eyes and kind of, you know, expanding the fact that you're noticing this part of yourself that you find beautiful.
That's such a great idea. I mean, like, I shave my legs still, and I like my ankles. I don't know why. I kind of just like, oh, I like my ankles. I mean, I don't really necessarily like my feet so much, but I like my ankles. So what a great tip to just focus on the parts that, you know, you can be appreciative of.
Yeah. I really love that saying. It's a kind of a law of attraction saying, isn't it? What you focus on expands. But I think it's so true. So focus, Suzanne, on your ankles and how beautiful they are, and appreciate your ankles in the mirror. And the bigger you make that appreciation for your ankles, the less you will notice the other part of yourself that you don't like very much for whatever reason, your feet. But you know what, I bet if I saw your feet, I wouldn't bat an eyelid at that. I'd think they were beautiful. So, you know, this is the thing. It's really personal, isn't it? It's what we think about ourselves at the end of the day.
Yeah. And you made a great point about the law of attraction, because really we do get what we focus on. And, you know, I think at least in the US, I know because I live in the US, that the media often points out so many things that are wrong. And we're just so used to focusing on what isn't acceptable, or what shouldn't be acceptable, or isn't meeting a standard. And so we turn that inward, and then we use that to almost torment ourselves and really hurt ourselves and harm ourselves emotionally and mentally. But it does, to your point, really take that practice of going slower. Like you said, go slower and be more appreciative in the parts that you can admire, and stay focused there. Because I mean, I know I went to the gym early this morning. I came home, I jumped in the shower and scrubbed for 3.5 minutes and got out, and I was on to the next thing. But I will not do that the same tomorrow. You know, I will appreciate my ankles. I will appreciate the parts of my body a little bit more. That's very helpful.
Yeah, I think that the more you can appreciate yourself in these little ways, really accessible ways, what will happen is that you start to connect with yourself more deeply. And so this is where the process expands, because as you connect with yourself more deeply, you start to notice what it is that your body likes, what it is that your body wants, right? And you start to give yourself, you start to allow yourself that kind of experience.
It sounds so luxurious, and I don't think we treat our bodies like that at all. We just don't. You know, we're almost like, just ignore the body, you know, it doesn't fit the norm, so we'll just forget about it. But yet that's limiting us in our experience of love and the intimacy that we really all want. You know, so many of the women on this group are sharing with me about how they really feel so alone, even in their relationships. They feel alone and disconnected, even in their friendships. But truly to start embodying, like you're suggesting, to have that comfortability in your own skin, that will translate into who is attracted to you.
Yes. When you start to notice what your body is asking for, it becomes almost a sense of entitlement, right? Because you're starting to love and appreciate yourself. So why shouldn't you give yourself what you want?
Right.
And women are so used to switching this off and not feeling entitled to love, not feeling entitled to pleasure. There's something kind of taboo about that, you know, that luxurious side that you're talking about here. But I can tell you that it's the women who are comfortable and free in their bodies, and it's the women who know what they like, and who are not afraid to communicate to their partners what they like, who have the happiest and most stress-free and connected intimate relationships.
That sounds amazing.
I mean, like, you know, we are entitled to pleasure. Why else would we be gifted with this
Good point
of feeling pleasure, you know, with this pleasure, you know, all these pleasure receptors in our bodies? We wouldn't be in those if they weren't to be used.
Yeah. I love that point. Thank you for sharing. And for the ladies that are watching us right now, you know, definitely, you know, give us a thumbs up or a like, or comment below and let us know what your favorite body part is, or the one that you're going to focus on tomorrow in the shower, to really be an admiration and appreciation of your own body. And let us know what kind of questions that you might have for Rhian, even if you're watching this on replay, and we'll go back and read your comments. So Rhian, go ahead.
I was just going to add, can I just add something very, very quick to that, which is that, you know, even if parts of your body are not perfect, they do you an amazing service. And I think it's worth also noticing that. I mean, you know, my belly has carried 3 amazing children, and that's something I'm, you know, hugely, hugely proud of. And obviously that's brought a lot of love and a lot of wonderful experiences to my life. But that gratitude that we can have for our bodies, and it doesn't have to be because we've produced children or something like that. It can simply be that I'm super grateful for my feet, for example. I'm saying that because you talked about not liking your feet, because actually it's your feet that take you from A to B. It's your feet that allow you to walk on the beach at the end of the day and feel the water on your toes, and it's your feet that take you into the coffee shop so you can have a beautiful cappuccino after you've had a hard day working with clients. So that gratitude that we can express for our bodies is really magical when it comes to embracing what our bodies do for us. And
yeah, thank you for sharing that, because it's true. I would just have skipped over the parts that I don't like, but to also give those a little bit of attention and appreciation of what service that they do for me, for sure. I mean, I can't live without going to the beach every day, and most women in the group know because I post a daily picture of the beach, so that I go there. So I need that experience. So I guess I would be very grateful for my feet to take me there. And that this all just kind of builds on itself to be able to really help you feel comfortable and confident and express yourself, which is truly what we're trying to share here. Is that, I mean, I'm learning from you, so thank you for sharing, and I hope the ladies who are watching the video also are learning too, and being more open to explore in a whole new way. That way they can kind of branch out from where they might be contracted and stuck and into some other areas of learning how to be comfortable. So, Rhian, this has been a delightful conversation, and I know you and I are going to talk more, but could you share with us a little bit about what you've got going on and how to, keep in touch with you?
Yeah, so I have my Facebook profile, and that's open for friend requests at any time. I also have a Facebook group, which I've recently renamed Twin Flame Soulmate Alchemy, because I dive into the spiritual side of relationships and, that journey of awakening that happens when we start to have a relationship with ourselves that then can be expanded into a relationship that serves our purpose, our mission, our higher good. So I have my Facebook group. I have a digital download course in self-love, which is very beautiful and very powerful for personal individual practice. And every so often I run programs and courses, and I work one-to-one with clients. So there are lots of ways that clients with different budgets and different aims and objectives can work with me if they want to work on love, relationships, intimacy issues.
Wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. And I know you previously had sent me all of those links, so I'll make sure they're in all of the description of this video so everyone has a chance to connect with Rhian. And so certainly, if this was something that was helpful for you all as you're watching, please, leave some comments, give us a thumbs up or a heart-shaped like on it, or let us know what questions you might still have, or, again, feel free to reach out to Rhian directly and leverage her wisdom to help you feel more comfortable and confident inside and out with regards to love, intimacy, and all things connection, So Rhian, I just want to say thank you for being here and sharing with us so much today. I'm full of appreciation for you. And to the ladies, we will see you on next week's episode. Every Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, we'll have a new episode of Comfortable, Confident Inside Out, where we bring you top mentors in health, wellness, business, finance, to share their strategies and tips to help you really embody being comfortable and confident in all of those domains. So we'll see you on the next video.